we are now going to move on to main topic number 2. And our second main topic is actually one of 2 stories on today's episode we have about algorithms, particularly as it relates to Uber drivers. And the next story is going to be a little later in the show. We're going to do a couple other stories before we get to that one. But it appears that Uber drivers are suing, or they're launching a legal bid at the very least, to uncover Uber's app algorithm. Now, this is from The Guardian. Minicab drivers will launch so it's not Uber drivers, it's minicab drivers, sorry. Will launch a legal bid to uncover secret computer algorithms used by Uber to manage their work in a test case that could increase transparency for millions of gig economy workers around Europe. It does not surprise me at all this is coming up in Europe. Europe has been very, very brutal to Uber and Lyft. 2 UK drivers are demanding to see the huge amounts of data the ride-sharing company collects on them and how this is used to exert management control, including through automated decision-making that invisibly shapes their jobs. So maybe these are Uber drivers. I don't know. Why would they name it minicab, though? The case is being brought on Monday by the UK-based App Drivers and Couriers Union in the District Court in Amsterdam, where the international headquarters of the 56 billion ride-hailing firm is located. The union said transparency was essential in checking if Uber was exercising discrimination or unequal treatment between drivers. It will also allow drivers to organize and build collective bargaining power over terms of work and pay in a way of which is currently impossible. Now, they've got some good points here. Because here's the thing, I've been reporting on Uber and Lyft for a very, very long time. I mean, really, it's like 3.5 years. But, when you stop and think about it, that's almost 5. And 5 years is a lot of time. So I've reported on stories where it has been pointed out that Uber's algorithm is not fair. It was well reported years ago, hey, if you were a great driver, you went out there every single day, you maybe worked a few weekends, and you were on the road as much as you wanted to be and to a satisfying amount for the company, okay, great. The company didn't give you anything. You're doing what they want you to do. But if you were a part-time driver, maybe you only drive a couple days a week. Maybe you only drive Tuesdays. Who knows? You just want to make $20 to $50 for new DVD releases. Well, Uber might start giving you bonuses and offers and perks to start driving hours you normally wouldn't drive, to work days you normally wouldn't partake in. And that was their algorithm. Also, Uber's algorithm was able to figure out where people would be striking, and they would know where to send your surge. There's a strike going on at the airport? Well, let's turn the surge up 5-6 points, and, see, people are getting online. And then when they're online, take that surge away. So the algorithm is something that Uber drivers definitely fight a lot. You cannot do anything about the algorithm. Heck, I'm a slave to the algorithm. This channel, when I don't talk about rideshare in individual videos, the algorithm punishes me for not talking about rideshare. My videos don't get shared as much. They don't pop up in feeds unless you ring that bell. Algorithms are tricky things because they always give people more of what they want, but then people are oblivious to things that they might want or things that are affecting their lives that they are not aware of. And let's not even get into what Facebook does with their algorithm. So these minicab drivers are suing Uber to see that algorithm, to see what data do you have on us and how is that being used to affect our lives. Now, again, what's confusing about this is that they say minicab drivers, which would make you think that they aren't Uber drivers, but maybe the Uber drivers are called minicab drivers in Europe. That's the one thing I'm not clear on. So anyway, it came at the start of a significant week for Uber's business model in the UK. On Tuesday, the company begins its Supreme Court challenge against landmark rulings that the former Uber drivers Yassim Aslam and James Farrar, founders of the ADCU, should have been treated as workers rather than self-employed contractors, and so should have benefited from the minimum wage and paid holidays. They keep miswriting this argument. The argument should not be that they should be treated like employees, but they're independent contractors. the argument should be that they are independent contractors that are being treated like employees. That should be the argument. But whatever, I'm not a lawyer. What do I know? The number of adults working on online platforms such as Uber and Deliveroo at least once a week doubled between 2016 and 2019. Yeah. So anyway, they're being sued for this algorithm. Now, will they actually get it? I don't know. I can guarantee you that is Uber's pot of gold. Like, here's the thing. There's a saying out there in the business world, data is the new gold. Data is. You have the data, you can figure out the buying habits, you can manipulate people, you can control people, you know exactly where they want to spend their money. Data is gold. Data is in many ways many of these companies' businesses. Uber will not give that up willy-nilly. But maybe there is an argument that, hey, if the algorithm affects me, an independent contractor, maybe I should be privy to what the data is saying to make sure that I am an independent contractor and that I am not being controlled by the algorithm. It's going to be a very, very interesting argument. But anyway, I would like to know what all of you think about this. Do you think this data should be made available to you? Do you think that you have a chance of getting it? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. As always, flame responsibly.